Hello everybody, it's Richard Hart here. I just want to let you know that the Pulsechain.com mainnet has launched and PulseX.com on that mainnet has launched as well. I hope you guys are all enjoying it. We waited a couple years for this and it's finally here.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another day on Pulsechain. Man, opportunities to pick up lots of bags are happening. We're going to get that last low before we start to really pump. It's going to be a lot of fun to see that. So let's get into it today. We're going to talk about Richard Hart. Richard Hart there. We're going to get into Richard AI, and of course, the future of artificial intelligence on Pulsechain. So we're going to get into that from Patias and P-Day later on. So stay tuned for that. Of course, we're going to cover the markets. See how we are going on this lazy Sunday here down under. And of course, it will be still Saturday up in the north there. So I hope you guys are doing well in your, I guess it's just coming out of winter, are you? Something like that. Yeah, so let's go. What else there? We've got Lies Beneath the Truth. Hello, how are you today? Pretty good. The weather's fairly nice outside. Obviously, we're coming off our formal summer, but still, last, sort of couple of months should be not too bad. Bit of a mixed weather. Hex, PLS and PLSX incentive for the win, 100% there, Lies Beneath. Good to see you in the house with the golden cryptos. We've got day 23 in the squat challenge, but no post today. So just keep doing those squats, folks, I guess, or is it a rest day? Let us know, Sandy Beach. Big shout out from Sandy Beach as well. We've got Hunter 51 in the house, Hex Token channel member. Greetings, Superman and family. Big shout out to you, Hunter. Hope you're doing well, and you and your family also. Looking good. So let's get into it without further ado. Let's go. Bam. And of course, the markets are looking green again. What the heck, man? We had green. Then we had about a week long of red, maybe 4 days of red. We're back in the green though. This is pretty good. Nice consolidation at this level. It's pretty awesome. $64,915 is the BTC, up 1.8% at the moment, and of course 50.56% on the Bitcoin dominance. So that's doing pretty well. Ethereum there at 3,385, up 1.63%. So that's kind of cool, but looking good there. At least it's over 3,000. That's kind of a bullish number there for Ethereum. So let's zoom in on some of these others that are doing pretty well. Out of the meme coins, Dodge is up 7.88% to $16.50. What else is looking pretty good? Just looking through some of these. OKB is up 5%, $61.60. And Lido seems to be up as well. What's that? 8.3% to $2.95 on Lido. Looks like we got some outstanding one here. Gala. I know some people will be happy about that. That looks pretty huge. I'm trying to pull that up properly, but let's see how we go there. Gala up. What is that? 15% to 6.5 cents. So congratulations on Gala if you're in that at the moment. Let's zoom in on Bitcoin though. Bitcoin there at the moment, $64,451 on Coinbase. And of course, we've had a high of the day, 66,000, low 63,000. So a $3,000 range. OMG. You do have to, be, if you're new to crypto, you have to get used to volatility. There's a 3K range. And of course, we've got 50-day moving average there support at, what is that? 50 support there is around about $59,700. So it continues to rise up. That's pretty good if we're looking at bigger numbers as we head towards the Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin halving getting closer and closer. And so how far away? Around about 24 days away. So we're getting almost down, was that 3.5 weeks? So tick-tock, bring it on. Bull market after that. Maybe we might have a little dip after that. Maybe up to a month. We've seen that before with the previous halving. And then up and away after that for 12 months, something like that. So let's get excited. We're starting from a high base as well. We'll have dips on the way. That's always in the game. All right, Ethereum at the moment, what's the range? 3,436, low 3,271. So what's that? That's $170, let's say, on the range today. So a much tighter range there. And of course, we bounced off the 50-day moving average for Ethereum, which has not hit its all-time high yet, right, of 4,900. So that is, but it is sitting bounced off two, let's say, this is a bounce, don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, bouncing off that moving average of the 50-day. And of course, we're currently, which is sitting where 3,255 is the 50 moving average. We've got quite decent support there. And of course, at $3,360 at the moment, right in the middle of today's range. Let's see what else we got going there. We're going to scroll back a little bit here in terms of price support there. We really haven't got any much particular price support there. A little bit on the horizontal, but mostly that moving average, the 50-day, giving us some support there. And as you guys know, we've got quite a bit of news coming up, so let's zoom in on that. Obviously, we had the Deacon upgrade. What's it been? 10 days since the Deacon upgrade there. Pro-Dank sharding seems to be ticking away pretty nicely. And, of course, as you guys know, we're getting 24 days away from the Bitcoin halving. The ETH approvals, well, that's down to 35% probability at the moment. And we've got 60 days away to that. So 2 months exactly now till the Ethereum ETF approvals. So fingers crossed that things turn to the upside in terms of probability to approve. And then I think we've got a decent chance of the interest rate pivot in June. So that is only 79 days away. So fingers crossed that happens as well. Maybe 25 basis points. Remember, expecting 3 interest rate corrections from the high of 5.5 this year. So we might get to 4.6 or something like that by the end of the year. I think that's where we're looking for on the federal funds rate. That's kind of cool. Now, the other cool thing is if we get some monetary expansion, move from restrictions to expansions there on monetary supply in the second half of the year, that would be even more bullish for assets pumping our bags. That's what we care about ultimately, right? So that is it on the old Ethereum, which leads us into GoPulse. Now, Richard's Heart has posted out a ton of posts today. I haven't really gone through them, but definitely check them out. He's particularly talking about centralized exchanges and things like that. So you can check a lot. I'm not going to go through all those, but he's been pretty prolific with a lot of posts. As you guys know, CryptoCopy is trying to organize centralized exchange. I think OKX and fundraising for that's been getting quite a lot of support. Richard Hart's got different posts out about different stuff. So definitely check a lot of these things out. Pulsechain, Hex Incentive is it that does all the work. If you want something, you need to make it happen yourself. So that's from Richard there. He's got no responses on that one for some reason. What else? You're talking about centralized exchanges, obviously responding to, I guess, CryptoCopy's move for a centralized exchange. And, of course, there are always pros and cons to those things, so you can check that out. In terms of GoPulse, we've got day 316 results, so not too bad. We're sitting at 000109, down 5.52%. We're only 9% above mean sacrifice price. Obviously, this is a good place to pick up a lot of volume because, obviously, a good reasonable expectation is the bounce off this mean sacrifice price. We'll see how we go. We're going to look at the charts in a minute. Pulsex at the moment, quadruple 0458, down 8.2%. Definitely, makes slightly more gains on the upside, but goes down faster too. Down 8.2% there, is currently at 46% of the mean sacrifice price. So quite a bit of way to go there for Pulsex. Obviously, with that $15 million pump we had over a week ago, it did touch the mean sacrifice price, but of course we had at that point a lot of resistance selling. Obviously for different reasons. Sometimes people back to the mean sacrifice, get my money back kind of thing. You got all sorts of narratives going on there. Then, of course, we've got the buy and burn just keeps ticking away pretty nicely. And, of course, a big shout out to K4K because I know he loves the buy and burn. And, of course, they're at 763.5 billion. 763.5 billion Pulsex have been bought up and burned. So that's at 3.74% at the moment. And, of course, that's for day 316. So 316 days. And Pulsex has been around for that. So what have we got? The incentive token there, $5.68, up down 7.74%. The ratio is still holding up pretty well, though. 52,350 on the Pulse ratio to one incentive token. And we've got 27,190,000 tokens emitted from the V1 Pulsex farms. And so if you want to go farm some incentive tokens, that's where you need to go, V1. You won't earn any liquidity fees that goes to the buy and burn, but you will be able to earn farm tokens in terms of incentive. And they're valued at $5.68 each at the moment, so not bad there at all. Very good yields on the old Pulsex. All right, we got and we're going to get we've got the burn here from third-party protocol from Jacob's ecosystem, namely TYRH. Now we're recently expecting version 4 in Q2, maybe as early as April. We'll see. I think it's probably going to drift into the middle of April, to be honest, because we've got TYZZ coming. We're going to get some news on TYZZ from Jacob's ecosystem on Monday. So that's going to be exciting. Maybe not Monday down under time, but Monday, Northern Hemisphere time or something. I'm not sure exactly where he is. Europe somewhere, I think he is. So that's going to be exciting. We're going to hear about TYCZ, and I think it's going to be massive. Definitely frontier DeFi stuff. And then, of course, TYRH will help burn more incentive tokens possibly in the future. We'll see what the tokenomics look like, because it is going to be quite a different version of TYRH that's coming out in V4. PHEX at the moment at 1.11 cents, down 7%. EHEX at 2400th of a penny. So EHEX actually looking almost like a stable coin at the moment. And of course, the combined price of EHEX, PHEX, 1.35 cents at the moment on those. And of course, man, we touched that 3 cent mark. We'll see that in the chart. But that is chilling, man. Being able to pick up so much HEX, it's at this point amazing. So that is day 316. Let's go zoom in on the chart action and see where this is. So we're almost oversold on here. Look, I mean, we're pretty low on the RSI, down at 34 here. 30 is, getting to the full-on oversold territory. We're definitely down pretty low here. We have bounced off this before last time. A couple times. Look at that. We've bounced off this area. So this is probably going to give us some good support here. And we're also down at that 0001 mean sacrifice price level. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. Let's see, that there is the sort of the level there. So yep, let's fingers crossed. That's where we hold, and you can pick up lots of volume. Of course, the price has been shedding for quite a bit of time. So let's have a look here. What are we at down? Down about 40% over 11 days. So huge opportunity to pick up a lot of volume and Pulse there at the moment. Let's jump over to Pulsex. Similar story over in Pulsex. Not quite as weak on the RSI, but pretty, getting there. 39 versus 34 on Pulse for Pulsex. Let's have a look at the ratio here. Bam, and we're down 48%. So wow, 40% was it on Pulse? Down 48, almost 50% on Pulsex here. And of course, we got pumped big time, didn't we? By that big candle there. Look at that big candle. That was the big $15 million in there, wasn't it? And yeah, over $50 million all up on that volume day with that 50 million pump. And of course, we got pushed all the way back to the mean sacrifice price of Pulsex. It was pretty fun. Now, that's a good sign of the future, right? If you believe in Pulsechain and all the things that are coming for Pulsechain, that is a good sign. So we will probably tend to go back towards it at some stage. But at the moment, we're getting a big sell down here in the resistance. We broke the 5,000. You guys know 5,000 was a key number. We broke that, but we are still at the next support line, which is at 4,500. So let's hopefully we hold that. And the RSI is indicating we may have a chance of doing that, particularly with Pulse is at the moment getting the mean sacrifice price. That's kind of the play there at the moment. I haven't got any moving averages on here. It's always good to get some moving averages. Maybe a 13 and a 34. Pretty good numbers for that. So I might add those in for tomorrow. We're at quadruple 04579 at the moment, down 8%. Always, obviously, with the price being down almost 50%, you can pick up way more volume, right? So just the way it goes. Good opportunity for buyers hunting for when we do have that super hyper rally. Many of us are expecting in Pulsechain. Let's go to the incentive token at the moment. Incentive token, not so bad, right? Incentive token has down at the moment, but what's that? 40%. So the best out of the three. And of course, the ratios held up pretty strong. So let's have a look at the ratio. The Pulse, yeah, look at that. I mean, it's been like a boss, man, hasn't it? And of course, a big incentive there. Richard Hart loves it. And of course, there we are. 56,000 was the resistance. We're at 52,300. So incentive token has been a very good place if you're earning it in the farms, or if you've been buying it. It has been a very good option relative to Pulse and Pulsex at the moment. And will probably continue to be so. Moving to PHEX, PHEX RSI down at 36, not quite as weak as Pulse, but still pretty much down there in the almost oversold territory. And at the moment we're at 1.1 cents. So I guess we've got a natural resistance at 1 cent. We'll see how we go with holding that. But man, once Hex goes, it's going to go for sure. And we could see some radical X's in the old Hex price at some stage. So that is PHEX. EHEX, of course, almost like a stable coin. I mean, it's been in this range for about 6 days. It's at the bottom of that range, of course, at the moment, 2/2300th of a penny. And the RSI is definitely oversold. Look at that thing. That thing is an oversold sorry there. So this is probably due for a correction or two at some stage. Obviously, if the BankX is still there at 1.2 cents, it does have that slug. What do they call it? A muddy pool? I don't know. It's going to have some resistance at that level. Yeah, but ultimately, if liquidity is still there, get dragged up with the old PHEX when it decides to pump at some stage in the future. Looking at the Hex PX combined, we're currently at 1.3 cents combined there, so we're miles away from our 3 cents and our breakout for glory. So that's not, it's still a accumulation zone right now. That's pretty much it. And we'll get back up there, I'm sure. And when we break it, it's going to be glorious when we break that 3 cents. And then the big X's and the big glory come for the old Hex chart there. Now, obviously, PHEX is preferred. That is the magic carpet ride chain. And, of course, EHEX there will get dragged up to some degree, but obviously face the PancakeX wall and has to go through it. And that's not trivial. I know some people try to make it out to be a bit trivial, but it's not trivial. And, of course, it's about $40 million sitting there. So if that's still there, I haven't checked it, but it's probably still there. And there we go at the moment, 3 cents. So fourth time lucky. We said third time lucky. Maybe it's fourth time lucky on the old Hex, but plenty upside there, as we say. Now, I know her video out there. She's an influencer on X. She's talking about she knows stuff, and she's super bullish, and we're bullish too. So it's once again, it's about that positioning, isn't it? All right, that's day 316. Let's go to some of the gas prices. Have a look at that. Man, we've got the low gas price today, 231,000 beats. It is, weekend, Sunday, Monday, or Sunday, Saturday, I should say. And of course, we've got 9/10 of a penny for a Pulsechain swap. So it's even under a penny today to a swap on Pulsechain. So get your trades and pick up that volume while you can. And of course, we're at 500th of a penny, for Pulsecoin transfer, and 2/10 of a penny for PRC20 transfer at the moment. And you can see, let's go to the swap fees. Yeah, 9/10 of a penny for a Pulsechain swap, but it's $19.14 on Ethereum. So you keep most of your money here. You keep what you kill, is what they say. And there we go. The Gwei at the moment on Ethereum, though, is particularly low, 16 Gwei, which is particularly low for Ethereum. Despite being so low, we're still 2,140 times cheaper than Ethereum, which is fantastic. And as we can see, we are super fast and super cheap. Full system state fork with Ethereum, so we can get upgraded as well to things like proto-dank shardings, things like that. It's probably not too far away. At the moment, though, we don't really need it. And, of course, we've also, most of our protocols that are launching on Pulsechain that are utility projects, something that's quality DeFi, other chains, there are a few other chains that are cheap, around and all that sort of stuff. But we have a lot of compounding and a lot of profit sharing protocols, and that's really a big standout mark for Pulsechain in terms of DeFi. And, of course, we're covering one of the latest DeFi projects today on today's channel with PDI and RHAI. So we're going to talk about that too. Let's get into the validators. How many validators we got at the moment? We've got 49,370 validators, and we're currently at 1.58 trillion is staked off the market. Now, I understand that the Beacon Explorer is being recategorized or uploaded or something like that. I can't remember the right terminology, but it's a Beacon upgrade. It's what do I call it? It's being caught up on the blocks or something like that. So there's a bit of work maintenance on Beacon Upgrade Explorer for those that are validating. Just let you know. What else? Let's jump over to the bridge. We can have a look at that. $130.8 million on the bridge at the moment. So we're going to look at this when we had that big rally up to the mean sacrifice price for Pulsechain. We got up to about 185 or something like that million. So we're way down from there. Obviously, EHEX is a big contributor to that. Being the fact that it's down, probably a quarter of the value that it was. So that's one contributor there. DAI, I can see, is down about $1 million from 2 days ago when I last covered this. So there's a little bit there, but we were looking at this number in the future. It's going to be a very important number. Imagine it like the ocean and all the cryptos on top of it are like little ships. That's kind of the way I look at it there as well. So the higher the ships will go, the higher they will go. I guess that's the way we're going to look at it. Lock coins at the moment, we got 2.6 trillion off the market. 1.58 trillion is in the values for Pulse. 936 billion in liquid loans. Correspondingly, for Power City and Pulsechain, we got 779 billion Pulsechain locked off the market. And of course, we had that terrific buy and burn that we talked about as well, which was how much? 763 billion. So add those two up, pretty good, which I think is around about 8.5%, somewhere in that ballpark. Pretty good on the marks there. So that's day 316, folks. We're going to be starting day 317, of course, which is pretty cool. Now let's get into some of the projects here as well. Before we do that, though, let's catch up in the chat. We're going to get into P-Day And of course, RHAI on Pulsechain, artificial intelligence, is coming to Pulsechain. It's going to be good to see some more and more projects to pick up on that. Let's see, we've got Wookie in the house there. Strange things going on in the force today, says Wookie. Yeah, you'll have to catch me up in the Discord on that one. Well, couldn't completely understand what you were saying, but you can let me know. What's that? We got up and away, says Refine. Absolutely. Cheers. And DCA says academiciated for the win, 100%. Eddie says that it's still shakeout the weekend's time, then the big bounce. Yeah, well, some people have the 12 months at April, but some others have it at early May. So let's say the 7th of May, I think was the date. So I think there are 2 dates going out around there for the 1 year of shaking out the 52 weeks. So that's also after the Bitcoin halving. So I kind of like May. May seems good for takeoff time, but it may happen slightly earlier than that. But definitely, let's shake out 52 weeks, 7th of May. Let's see how that goes by then. All right, empty corner in the house with the hang fives. Looking good too. And Sandy Beach there with the emojis looking nice as well. All right, let's get back into it, folks. And we're going to screen back here. So I have added a few more to the Pulsechain projects. And of course, I have got so many more to add. And I do apologize for mucking around with this, but we'll get to it. Texan token up 11.9% at the moment. Earn token up 9%. Watt token there as well, up 8% there. So Earn is obviously Power City. And so is the Watt token. Those two are both up there today. So looking good. I know they've been having live streams and things like that going on. So they've been keeping their publicity up there. Internet money also up 6.65%. I do want to do spend a bit more time talking about internet money. Obviously, KG's out there doing a good job, partnerships, and it's growing and everything else like that. So it's kind of cool. What else we got there? Pulsepot is down 1.5%, looking not too bad though at $8.76. And they got a new game coming out, right? I think it's coming out today, I think. And of course, we're waiting for TRI CZ. That's going to be launching. We're getting some news on Monday, so it's going to be launching pretty soon, I think. After that, so it's going to be a very big deal there for Pulsepot TYZZ. So if you sacrifice for TYZ, remember there's about 1.2 million, including bonus points for that. That is a big sacrifice project coming up, and of course, after how successful Pulsepot's kicking off, we're looking forward to TYZZ, which is groundbreaking DeFi. Looking forward to that. What else is interesting? So look here. Looks like the biggest pickup there is loan token. That's down 17%. So a big opportunity to pick up that. And Bean is down 8% there as well. All right. Let's look at some of the derivatives. Looks like Acosa and Hedron are both up on the Ethereum side, up 10%. But they are down. Acosa's down 6% and Hedron's down 7% on the Pulsechain side there. All right. I do need to add all the Maximus products on there. I'll get to it. Don't worry, Katrin Goku. I'll get there. Now, let's jump over to the influencer coins. I had 5 on here. I accidentally deleted one of them. I don't know how I did it. We got no token from Randy Alaski. Is down 5.39% at the moment at 2,700 after that massive pump. Remember that? That massive pump that was on it. And of course, Paul Pleb there from Hexy Bastard down 5.8%. More token from Trevon seems to be down dramatically, down 6% at 38 cents. That seems to have come down quite a bit there. Let's have a look. Yeah, it has. That was all the way up at 82 cents on Trevon's more token, all the way down to 38 there. Man, that's quite a slide. How much is that down from the peak there? 53%. So that's even more than Pulse X. So there we go. Axis Alive is down 8.38% there. That also had a big pump the other day as well. A week ago or so. That's at 24,600. So still looking pretty strong actually. Man, some unusual pumps going on some of these tokens. Hey, but maybe some big investor comes along and likes what they see. I don't know. But there we go. What else? I think that's it at the moment. Stable coins are pretty stable. Yep, pretty stable there. Let's have a look at PDI. Obviously, we've been following that narrative because it's fun. It's mostly because it's fun. Obviously, there's the maker theory out there, the Richard Hart maker theory. And of course, some people ascribe to that. As, they put evidence to it, so it's interesting. But others are saying, calling porkies on it. But anyway, we're down 52% from that high. Man, it got up to that time. It got up to 55/100th of a penny, over half a penny. So it's going up anyway, regardless of what you think. The chart is speaking, but it is volatile. The chart's speaking, but it's volatile. And we're back down just over a quarter of a penny at the moment on PDI, back down to resistance zone, really. We've hit this a couple times as resistance. Is it going to become support? That's the big question mark here, question mark right there. But, probably a reasonable chance as any. Let's do that on the log chart. That's the log chart there. A nice little bounce back off there would be pretty nice. Still got an upward trend there too. So if we put that on a little P-die, look at that. Still got that upward trend there. Bam. So yeah, bounce off that up to 1 penny. Is it going to do it? It's going to do it. I know. It's 1 penny is definitely in the bag. But if it gets to 1 penny, then you're going, well, it's going to do 10 cents. Do 10 cents. So yeah, this is definitely having a bit of fun here at the moment on the old P-die. All right. We're going to move on from there. That's some of the highlights there, but we're going to get into Proteus and P-Day and AI. So that's our next topic. We've got Creepy Coin in the house there. Hello. Good to see you, Creepy Coin. Welcome to the chat as well. So let's get into this AIs, right? Before we do that, we want to get into Proteus. So Proteus is pretty much, is it our top? I guess I haven't seen the volume comparison, so I'm very careful with that. But it's definitely a dominator, a leader in the pack for a DEX aggregator. What have we got DEX aggregators? We've got Proteus, we've got Portal X, we've got Omnis. Those are the ones that are broadly speaking aggregating all the DEXs. Let me know if I've missed anything out there in the chat. But Proteus, this is a big deal. So this is a heavyweight. That's why I've covered it today. Richard Hart AI, and of course, this is a bit of a new renaming, so we're going to talk about that. But in any case, before we get to P-Day, let's get to Proteus. This is the team. DEX aggregator been dominating, doing a great job. Proteus is the backbone of Pulsechain. Why, you ask? Let's explain. A token can have multiple LPs. That's liquidity pools, especially major tokens like Pulsex, and incentive tokens. It almost looks like lies beneath has written this. And stablecoins can be in dozens or even thousands of LPs. Now, Proteus Pathfinder is tasked with creating the best path amongst all the LPs for you. So getting across all those pools on different DEXs and getting you the best results. Proteus is not an AMM, so it's not just running its own liquidity pool. And of course, you know, a big two formula there from Uniswap. And of course, PDS is not an AMM, so it doesn't have its own liquidity sources. However, it can directly access all AMM pools, obviously, that they add into their system on the chain and present it to you in a single route there. We act as a higher layer due to the routing model. We direct volume to all integrated AMMs, which benefits them, right? So they're always looking for the best place. We do this sometimes directly for token swaps and indirectly through LP balancing models due to arbitrage opportunities you can see. Please create a similar token quote like 15,000 DAI to ETH on 1 inch and look at the route. You'll see the difference with Proteus. You can see how homogeneous access the percentage shares in the Proteus route provided on an LP, meaning there's a difference between approaching an LP by 1/10 and 1/10,000th. Proteus Pathfinder, 1 inch Pathfinder there. So they've got a nice little comparison there. All right, that is that from Proteus. I thought that was pretty cool. Now they have had, obviously talking about P-Day, which is one of their projects they've got open at the moment, which is going to bring artificial intelligence to Pulsechain, particularly trading strategies and other features like that. They're going to, which is kind of cool. This is kind of the first main project talking about AI, but there's another project I just saw today starting to talk about AI on Pulsechain. So this is obviously a pretty mega theme in the stock market, pretty mega theme in crypto. Obviously, besides meme coins pumping, you know, artificial intelligence coins have been one of the top categories pumping so far in the early stages of the bull market. And it's great to see it on Pulsechain and offer some real tangible benefits too when it's applied to trading, which is obviously low-hanging fruit for AI stuff. So that's kind of cool. Let's go to P-Day. And of course, P-Day here, Meet Richard is from today. This is, you know, hot off the press, really. Meet Richard Hart AI, named in the honor of Richard Hart, of course, the founder of Pulsechain and Hex. The development of the bending process, which is the most critical aspect of the AI modules, entirely incubated and developed within P-Day, is ongoing and fueled by various data sets. It aims to provide optimized and stable trading strategies. And these people, this will be really popular. These sort of things will be real popular for users while being constrained and unauthorized decision making there. It's kind of cool. So you'll be able to set up your own stuff. And as you can see, that's the thumbnail that I used today. So they've had some pretty good views on there. I'm going to repost that as well on P-Day. Now, if you want to find out more, you can go and hit them up here. And this is RHAI. Now, the sacrifice set for this is already open, so we will talk about that briefly. But really, we're trying to focus on the top technology today. So you can participate in the sacrifice if you want to get involved with this project. But I'm not sure what their time frame is for launching, so just take that into account. So let's jump into their docs here, and you can see that this is the sort of a quick summary of this AI module here. And you can see the tech here, RHAI, so Richard Hart AI. And of course, the structure covering all of these AI models has been named RHAI. This choice was to honor Richard Hart. The PDA protocol is fully equipped with AI capabilities across all major and core products. Categorize the AI modules and the characteristics involved in operations conducted by PDA are as follows. Artificial general intelligence. So the idea of general intelligence is generally just to say, is it going to be as good, if not better than a human on a lot of functions? Obviously, it can never be quite as good as us. We'll talk about that in a minute. Learnable and trainable AI. So obviously, learnable, they'll have a lot of information and throw a lot of data at it. And then, of course, so we see that they're running through the data sets at the moment. You can see that here is ongoing and fueled by various data sets. And of course, trainable, meaning that it's going to run through a lot of simulations, a lot of things to get a better outcome. Maybe they'll have a particular goal. They'll be running through all the data to try and get a better outcome there, find patterns and things like that. Programmable AI-powered strategy manager. You'll be actually able to program the AI and set up particular strategies, maybe particular goals that you might have, things like that. Ability to create options. Maybe you want a few options out there to choose from. I'll be able to do that. A dynamic data matching ability. And of course, that's basically trying to match the best data to whatever you're trying to achieve to get the best result there too. Consciousness optimized for DCA, so dollar cost averaging there. Now, obviously, consciousness in this context, not talking about you or I, of course. If you're a materialist, maybe you think that AI will eventually achieve it. Obviously, I think that's laughable. As a dualist, I don't see that being at all possible. But if you're in that camp, good luck. But there we are. Consciousness optimized for DCA. And of course, that's really going to be about goal seeking there. And of course, being able to get the best results there for your dollar cost average strategy. The beaning process, which is the most critical aspect of AI modules, entirely incubated and developed within Petius Labs, is ongoing and fueled by various data sets. It aims to provide optimized and stable trading strategies for users. Like I say, I think that's going to be really, really popular. And of course, who else is doing something kind of like this a little bit is Tetra, right? Tetra's, and they haven't launched their products yet, but they're coming as well. They're going to offer you a sort of a more manual way of doing it, but it's going to be fun to see this AI version as well. For users have been constrained in unauthorized decision making. It's not integrated with AI projects such as ChatGPT, frequently discussed by the public. Hence, all AI modules of PDA are independent and possess their own capabilities. Obviously, with ChatGPT, we've seen a lot of bias programming in there. Obviously, around normative things like trading, hopefully we won't see any of that sort of stuff like that when this is ChatGPT's like general purpose. So hopefully with the specific purpose, it will be set up just for rationality and making mad gains. That's the hope there. As of February 2024, it continues to learn its learning process by filtering streams from a total of 216 separate data sets based on their characteristics and needs. So it's got a pretty wide data field there to pick from. So that's some of the cool things. Now, obviously, RHAI, that's coming to Pulsechain there for around strategy trading and stuff like that. But it's not alone, right? It's a part of the whole rest of PDA's project there and all the other modules there, OTC portal and many others, right? So kind of cool on that one. And you can check a lot of that stuff out there as well. Now, they've got AI strategy here. AI-powered strategy portal leverages artificial intelligence to optimize trading strategies and enhance portfolio management. PDA's AI-powered strategy portal integrates advanced machine learning algorithms to analyze market data, identify trading opportunities, and generate personalized investment strategies. And I know that's going to be popular for a lot of people. Will love that. Our AI modules continuously learn from the market dynamics and user behavior to provide tailored recommendations and insights. Now, often you might see, let's put aside AI bots, and you might have seen people put up their own trading bots. Now, typically they do well on the upside of the markets, but typically what I've seen is a lot of bots do poorly on the down market. So it's going to be interesting to see how it navigates that side of the market trading. Users can access a wide range of pre-built strategies or custom strategies based on risk tolerance, investment goals, and market outlook. With our AI-powered tools, users can make smarter decisions and achieve better results in the cryptocurrency market. So that may offer a lot of upside to people. But like I say, the AI is just one key component amongst a lot of the rest of the stuff that and services that are going to be offered by PDA. So not too bad there. Now, what was the last thing I was going to write there? They got the sacrifice portal was open. So let's have a quick look at that, see how that is going. So it looks like there's 12 days and 14 hours left until this closes. They've raised $782,000 at the moment. One key thing about sacrifices, of course, you don't want to be overcapitalized at this stage. I would say this is not overcapitalized at this stage, but it's got a healthy balance there. So that is open at the moment. That's the sacrifice wallet and everything else. Obviously, multi-chain tokens are accepted. The range at the moment, so where are we up to? It started off with a bonus of 1.15x. Now, obviously, it depends also what the value of your sacrifice is. Obviously, Pulsechain's gone down in value, so getting in a day one would have been the most advantageous, both in dollars and in the multiplier rate. So coming in here now, we're on day 20. The multiplier bonus is 1.06. So we started at 1.15. It's 1.06 at the moment. So that is ticking away. And of course, we're getting down to day 31 and 32, where it gets down just to 1 multiplier. So you're basically just getting the base rate there for that. So that is ticking away there on a P day. So you can check all that out. Let me just go back here for a moment. Go back here. So that is the pay. I'm going to post that in the chat there if you want to check that out, and anything else that's there in the features. But pretty cool there from the docs there from PDA team, and they're doing well in their sacrifice as well. And so they should. One of our premier teams building out cool stuff on Pulsechain should get supported by the community, and it looks like it's got a good balance there between the amount raised as well. Obviously, software devs doing high-end stuff like this, they've got to get paid, right? So that is the play on that one. So P-Day looking pretty good there, and Patius obviously already existing and doing a great utility service to Pulsechain, which is pretty awesome. How we're doing for time? 1:07. Now we're going to get Hex.com. Of course, if you can you can buy Hex and then start mining more Hex. And of course, we're going to get into the results here because we have got a few results for the last couple of days that I didn't get to cover. So I don't think I covered day 1571 or 1572. So 21st, 22nd of March there. We had big movements in the price there, of course, down 22%, up 28% on eHex or Hex on Ethereum. And we can see that we actually got a really good payouts. Look at these payouts, 7.3, 7, and 7 again. So really nice payouts on the old Ethereum there. And let's have a look at the T-shares over there at the moment. Big up there, and T-shares down again. So we're sitting at 9,337,000 T-shares in the ownership pool. Looking at the reward pool, we've had pretty modest penalties really last couple of days. So things have calmed down on the old Ethereum chain for Hex, and we're still getting around about 65.7 million Hex in the reward in the ownership pool. Reward pool. So the ownership pool owns all the rewards in the reward pool. That's pretty much it. And what are we seeing there? We've seen a few changing hands in liquid holders, and we're getting just that slow slide in the miners. Obviously, some miners come due, and maybe they're not remining, things like that. We're seeing 118,548 miners on the old Ethereum chain there. We haven't got day 1573 results out. They'll probably be out in about another 20, 30 minutes or something like that. They have been a bit laggard these days, but they do come out eventually. Now on Pulsechain, the last 2 days, what do we got here? We got, what did I say, today 316. So was this day 314, day 315. Those are the days there. And of course, the payouts less than Ethereum. So 6.8 and 6.8. So lower than the Ethereum side. But the price, of course, there has been down slightly as well, although the absolute price is higher than on the old Ethereum, which is probably about 5-to-1 ratio, something like that. What else we got there? Let's have a look at the ownership pool. Down in T-shares on Pulsechain, we've got 9,579,000 T-shares. So what's that, about 250,000 T-share difference now? That used to be, they had closed. It was pretty much closed. Now it's open wide up again, obviously, since the Richard Hart post that he's put out there. Let's see what else is going on in the reward pool. Reward pool there, pretty similar as well to the Pulsechain, slightly lower. We did have a decent day of penalties in yesterday for day 315 at 1 million. Be interesting to see what we get today. We've had growth numbers of liquid holders most of the time over the last 10 days. You can see that. But we have been getting a lot of shedding in the mining over the last 30, 40 days. We're at 124,417 at the moment. Obviously, miners do come due, and we do get that sort of behavior. Yeah, it looks like the last, last 50 days maybe we've had shedding of miners, but miners do mature as well. May just be a bit of a phase there. And of course, a bit of a rebel stuff there. So that's Hex.com. Check it out. Links in the video description on that one. All right, 39 minutes. It's going to be a fast one today. But man, I look forward to artificial intelligence coming to Pulsechain. It's a wonderful theme. And of course, we know it's doing pretty well out in the market. Let's see here. What else we got? We got Sandy Beach goes, let's go P-Die. Yeah. Hey, look, it's the charts sort of speaking to us. So far, so good. Crypto Moo says, very excited about Patias and P-Day. I appreciate that you're sharing them. Yeah, look, yeah, I have covered them before, but the RHAI naming their convention is new, so I thought I'd update that coverage. And I do like the idea of the RHAI. It's got a good ring to it. Matt in Bali says, howdy Superman and all Pulsechain AI win moon. Where to buy, please, no more sacrifices, says Matt in Bali. Yeah, well, generally we don't cover sacrifices. I only cover projects that I think are really, really worthy, like, real leading DeFi, as you guys know. I mean, you guys watch my content, so you know I only generally cover the ones that are really leading Pulsechain value in the future and that aren't oversubscribed too much. I think overcapitalized ones are not good unless they're going to add lots more value, like do more projects, more partnerships, more stuff like that to really squeeze the value out. Tim Top's in the house there. What's up, Hexkins? Good to see you, Tim Top. What's up? This lazy weekend. Sandy Beach says, I checked and I did sack for P-Day. A small amount, says Sandy Beach. I know. I bet you did. I probably could have just guessed. Benny Blanco says the OA is AI. Well, it's definitely a popular theory out there, Benny Blanco. It's definitely popular. Hex Vader's in the house there. Hey, gang. Good to see you, Hex Vader. Big shout out to him. The hardest working guy in town. And we got Benny says that's the new narrative. Yeah. AI. OA is AI. It's been around for a while, that idea. It was definitely one of the options available. Maybe the maybe the RHAI will work that out once and for all. Happy Saturday, gang. Sunday for Superman, says Benny. It is indeed. I'm good. Thanks for asking, says Benny. And awesome, says Sandy there. So you guys having a lovely conversation. Great to see. Matt's got the red hands out, looking good. Or is that pink? Is that pink? Kind of a pinkish red. Looking good there as well. All right, we're 42 minutes on the live stream. This is a bit of a quick one today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, don't forget to get into our Discord, and the conversation's 24/7. Well, based on who's in there at the time. But it's a wonderful place to be. The link's in the video description. Join up today and become part of our community. It really is cool. We get to share the journey together. You get lots of cool and early insights in there as well. And you got a great community to share it with. So get in, and we're the only ones with a crypto helpline, so you can get in there and ask any questions if you're quite new to Pulsechain or new to crypto generally. Get in there on that as well. Pink, says Sandy. Yes, pink indeed. Wookie is a true alien now. Like I said, we really don't know what Wookie's saying, but if he is an alien, we're going to have to report him to the FBI because the FBI likes to arrest aliens. All right. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you again tomorrow. And I'll obviously be in Discord, catch you up in there. And of course, Richard AI, man, the future of artificial intelligence on Pulsechain. I love it. So I'm excited about where that will get to. And I know it's going to be a popular utility, just like Tetra will be when they launch their products as well. So bring it on. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye for now. No, really. I'll see you guys tomorrow. No, seriously. I will. Sandy says, thank you. You're most welcome. Well, let's play something out on the way out, shall we? Shall we do that? Let's do it. Let's play some fun on the way out. It's always good to have a bit of music. So we'll play our favorite, Scott Harris. Check it out. Bye for now.
It's fun to watch Hex pumping up the charts. It's left behind all kinds of broken hearts who didn't buy the dip, who didn't DCA. And now that we're on a rip, it's hard to look away. Now I'm not the one to hand out free advice, but as for me, I wouldn't dare think twice about buying a bag, since we're still somewhat down. This rocket ship's about to break the speed of sound. You know these wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Hexaco. I tip my hat to everyone who minds. You're getting paid out while you're killing time. It makes room for a nice vacation to the beach. beach, perhaps a celebration now that you are rich. Ha ha! Ignore the haters who all called you crazy. You studied hard while they were being lazy. Now you're packing bags, about to take a ride up on that rocket ship, mooned up and starry-eyed. I feel these wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Mexico. Now that we're summer bound and the sun is bright, I see that it's not round but rather has 6 sides. It's a work of art that's written into code, designed by Richard Hart to make our bags explode. You know these wheels are starting to roll. Best to sit back and just enjoy the show, 'cause we're about to ride that train into the heart of Mexico. Yeah, we're about to ride that train into the heart of Mexico.